I've heard a lot you guys didn't give him your best shot. How does Stanford's defense do what it did to your offense, making it look human for the first time in what feels like forever?
Just not being focused coming out. We had just come off a USC and a Cal win, two hard wins, and I think, everybody kind of thought that, oh, we got over that hump that we need to get over. I think not being so focused last year is, what kind of got us. And, they came out and played harder than we did, and they made plays and we didn't. We gave them a bunch of opportunities to stick around and win that game, and that's exactly what they did. So I think this year we'll come out way more focused than we did last year.
When you say get over that hump, was that because the USC game was right before that on the road? And that was obviously a really hyped up game in the preseason. Obviously, it didn't quite pan out to be what everyone expected it to be, with them losing a couple games early on. Was that the hump that you were kind of referring to there?
Yeah, that USC then Cal or was it Cal and USC? I don't know which one was first, but I know those two games came right before Stanford. And in history, Cal's always played us hard, and USC has always played us hard, or we've lost to USC and Cal scared us. So I think when we got past those two games, it was kind of like, okay, now we can roll on into that national championship talk that we want to be in. And I think we kind of let that get too far and not focus on we have 5 more games left this season. So I think this year we've gotten to the point that we want to be. We're undefeated right now, but we know that the season's not over by a long shot, and we still got a ton of more games to win, including this one coming up in 2 days. So I think we're way more focused this year, paying way more attention to detail, and I think when we come to Palo Alto on Thursday, we're going to be ready to go.
So for a team that's over the years, this win the day mantra has become so well known, and so focused on treating every opponent the same. How much did that lesson drive home what you need to reinforce that, I guess, this year?
Really, to be honest, as sad as it is to say, a lot. We let that slip. Alabama had lost, and the night we played Cal, we won that game. And next week, Stanford comes into our house and they take us down. And, we knocked ourselves right out of the picture. So I think, like I said, a combination of we won those 2 games that usually is the big-time trouble for us, and Alabama lost. So I think, we paid attention to too much other stuff than what the task at hand was. So I think this year, we're not worried about anything else but Stanford, and we'll be ready to go come Thursday.
How important is it, given what they did stopping the run last year? I know you guys have thrown the ball more this year, but how important do you think it is to establish a run game as an offensive unit to open things up over the top, especially early on? And if that doesn't happen your first drive or two, like you've had some slow starts this year, you have a 3-and-out early on not to get down on yourselves.
It's very important. I think any great team has to have some type of run game. You see all these teams that throw the ball 100 times a game, and they don't really, win a ton because, you have to have some type of run presence in your offense. And I think we have a great run presence here. So that's a big part of our game plan is, each week to get the run game going because we know that's our strong point. So, I think we just have to get it done as far as up front on the offensive line and outside of the receivers as, take it personal and make sure that our running backs can get it going because, we know Stanford's going to make plays and they know we're going to make plays. So, I think it's with whatever team, like you said, if there is a 3-and-out or if there is a fumble or interception or anything, don't get down yourself. It's a 4-quarter game. It's a long game to play. So just, be focused the whole game.
I know this is a team sport. This is your breakout year as a sophomore right now. And this is obviously the biggest stage that you guys will be playing on, maybe even for the rest of the year, at least in the rest of the regular season. How much are you looking forward to getting out there in prime time on a Thursday night and showing the country what you're about as a player?
Totally looking forward to it, man. I'm a big-time competitor, and I hate losing. And I hate losing with a passion. So, I didn't even play a ton last year in that game, and I was, devastated that we lost. I've always hated losing since I was a little kid. So, I'm as ready as it gets. I'm ready to go down there Thursday and show what we're about. We have a big-time statement to prove, and I've seen some stuff on Twitter with those guys, talking about it's going to be an easy thing, and they're asking who wants to bet on the game and things like that. So, for me, it's personal. I'm ready to go, and I know the rest of the team is also.
What was the worst loss you ever suffered in your career, here or in high school or Pop Warner or whatever?
I would have to say.
And I don't mean from a final score standpoint, just that hit you the most.
I would have to say my senior year in the state championship and last year. You know, last year was kind of a dream come true season for me as a freshman to be able to have an opportunity to go play in a national championship game, and then, you know, we messed it up. And, you know, it hit me in a real tough spot. And so it kind of reminded me of my senior year losing the state championship game. And even though my roles were two different roles, it still was like a big thing to me. Because like I said, I hate losing with a passion, especially losing big-time games. So, you know, I definitely don't want to feel that feeling again this year. And so I think we'll do what we can to, you know, ensure that we get the win.
Given all that we just talked about, how do you keep all that in check to make sure that you're still playing within yourself and not going out there and being overexcited?
I think that just comes with maturity and, you know, playing football so long, you play in a ton of big games to where you know, okay, this is a big game, I'm a competitor, I got to show up, but at the same time, let the game come to you and don't try to do too much and don't try to be, you know, full of emotions, let the emotions get the best of you.
What can we expect out of Texas Tandem on Thursday?
Hopefully a big-time show as far as, you know, not just with the ball in our hands, but without the ball in our hands. We want to make plays, you know, blocking. We want to make plays catching the ball after the catch, you know, doing whatever we can to make sure that we do our part as a tandem to help this team win.